slave to his slave. Thank you. That's a good one, man.
We'll call to order the committee meetings, the Southern University Board of Supervisors, Friday, August 22nd, 2014. We'll have an invocation by the Reverend Joe Gant.
Let us pray. Eternal God, our Father, how grateful we are for all of the manifold blessings that you have so bountifully bestowed upon us. Thankful for the last time we met and to this time we are all here, not because of our goodness, but because of your grace and your mercy. As we convene these deliberations, we pray that we would look to you for leadership, that you would guide and direct us to do those things that are right, those things that are just, those things that are fair. Pray that we may even disagree, but not become disagreeable. That we would be about the business of Southern University. Know that it's about you and not about us. Pray for our president. Pray for our system staff, all of our chancellors, all of our different workers on all of our counseling. Above all, we pray for our students. We start another school year. Pray that this will be the best and brightest that we've ever had. That the young people will be connected, that they will know it will be about improving themselves, that they can be the best that they can be. Bless now these deliberations, O Lord. Let us take the high road and know that whatever you tell us is in our best interest. In the name of your Son, we pray. Amen.
At this time, we'll recognize the Honorable Dr. Leon Tolver for the Academic Affairs Committee.
Dr. Carver, Ms. Smith, Mr. Clayton, Reverend Gant, Mr. Hendricks, Dr. Kelly, Mr. Small, Reverend Tolbert, Ms. Denbo. That is a quorum.
Now we will have adoption of the agenda. Second? Been moved and second. Any opposition? So adopted. Section on public comments. Are there any who wish to make comments at this time? Dr. Miller?
Yes, good afternoon. Tom Miller, President of the SUBR Faculty Senate. And I'd like to speak to action item 5A. And that is the letter of intent to develop Masters of Arts in Urban Education. And I just want to say that there's a lot of activity on our campus, changing for the better. There's a lot of activity on our campus. There's change going on, I think, for the better in many instances. And this is a prime example of it. Now, the Department of Education, College of Education, Arts and Humanities, has launched a string of initiatives which hold great promise. And I think the first of those that I'd like to cite is the revival of the lab school. And the College of Education had a great role in that. The inauguration of the mini labs on our campus, which is going to bring our university and our lab school into closer collaboration. And now this Masters of Art in Urban Education Leadership. I've looked through the packet and spoken with the dean, and I think this is a program that's going to set an example for schools all around the country. So I'd like to congratulate them and also recommend heartily that the board approve this item. Having said that, I'm speaking of some of the innovation that's taking place on campus. In order to see that, I would like to take this opportunity to invite all board members to come to visit us in our colleges. And I'd like to cite Board Member Murphy Bell and thank him heartily for coming to speak with faculty in the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. We had, I think, a good discussion. I think we have a better understanding with one another. And if I may take the liberty, on 3 separate occasions, we had faculty members who asked Mr. Bell to carry a message back to all board members, and that is that the Faculty Senate represents the voice of the faculty. 3 instances, faculty came up with that. Now, speaking of faculty, I'd like to take just a moment. I know it was asked that faculty attend these meetings. I know many of our faculty have very busy schedules, but I'd like for the board and to recognize the faculty who've come to this meeting today. Would you please stand? So we are present. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Miller. Are there any others who wish to speak on the item? None? Thank you very much. Now we may move to action item 5A, letter of intent to develop a new academic program. At issue BR, Mr. Chancellor.
Yeah, we are requesting permission to be able to submit a letter to the Board of Regents to develop an academic program, and that program is to the Master of Art in Urban Education Leadership. And this program is being developed by the College of Education. And it's an outstanding program that we are requesting. Normally we would submit the letter of intent to the Board of Regents, and then the Board of Regents will go through their process and let us know what is okay for us to develop the program. And at that point we would begin the development and submit the program back. And I'm requesting the board's approval.
Thank you, Mr. Fenton. Are there any questions? Can we get a motion to approve? Properly moved, second. Then moved and second. We approve this recommendation. Any other comments? Those in favor, let it be on the sign of aye. Those opposed? So have it. It's moved. Action item 5B, approval of substance abuse academic programs. Suno, Mr. Chancellor.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Ironically, this last graduation ceremony, when we were graduating students in this program, we announced for the graduates to come up for substance abuse. And the keynote speaker said, substance abuse, are we promoting the graduates to abuse substance? I said, no, it is actual substance abuse prevention. So we went ahead and engaged the faculty, and they saw fit to see that all these years we've been naming this program substance abuse. That's not our intent. So we are now asking the board to approve the name that it should have, which is addictive behavior counseling and prevention. That is basically what is known of as around the nation. So after your approval, we will then proceed, go on to the Board of Regents and ask them to also do the same. So it's just a name change.
Any questions from anyone? Can we get a motion to incorporate the addition that the Chancellor wants to make in the name? been properly moved and seconded that we accept this proposal. All those in favor? Those opposed? It's passed. Now for action item 5C, approval of the DSW full proposal School of Social Work. Suno, Mr. Chancellor.
Is it on? Yeah, again, this is historic for us at Suno. This is the first time any chancellor at Suno will stand before you to ask you to approve a doctorate program. It's in any program. I'm going to talk about our signature program. And if you recall, Mr. Chair, in February, you, Reverend Gant, and board member Hendricks accompanied us to the Board of Supervisors meeting in Shreveport, where you argued along with us for them to approve the program. They allowed us to go ahead with a letter of intent. We are now ready with your approval to submit to the Board of Supervisors for full proposal, with the idea that this time next year, we're going to be welcoming the first class into the doctoral program. This program will automatically lift Suno from a level 3 institution to level 5 with SACS. It's a tremendous thing that we are looking towards to, and we seek your approval to allow us to go forward with this.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Any other questions or comments? I'd like to say this would be one of the more distinguishing programs that we could ever start at any of our campuses, and we really look forward to the possibility of this happening. Do we have a motion to approve? Then moved and seconded that we adopt this program. Those in favor, let me know sign of aye. Aye. Those opposed? So that completes our action items. Now for action item 6, other businesses. Any other business? Seeing none, properly moved, and the committee stands adjourned. Madam Chair Lady.
Tara. Next committee meeting, Personnel Affairs Committee. The chair would recognize the Honorable Mr. Murphy Bell.
I will call to order the Personnel Affairs. Here.
Gant. Mr. Hendricks. Dr. Kelly. Mr. Small, Ms. Smith. Ms. Denbo.
Present.
As a quorum.
Thank you. I will now entertain a motion for adoption of the agenda as written. Been properly moved and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposition? The motion carries. The agenda is adopted. I will now entertain public comments that are germane to the agenda. Seeing no one walk forward.
Chair Lady Denbo, Vice Chairman Gant, esteemed members of the Southern University Board of Supervisors, President Mason, good afternoon. My name is Sonia D. Hester, and I serve as Associate Professor of English at Southern University at Shreveport. I have been blessed to serve with the Division of Humanities and Department of English for 21 years. In addendum, I have recently assumed the role of Faculty Senate President for our Southern University at Shreveport campus, which is profoundly dear to me. You see, I began my collegiate experience at Ben Susbo in 1986 at 18 years of age before transferring to Grambling State University. Having come full circle at 46 years of age, I now stand before you. I have quietly, thoughtfully, and prayerfully observed the goings-on for our system and Shreveport campus for a season. It is important to note that the SUSLA Faculty Senate is not anti-administration. We are absolutely pro-faculty, a faculty that has long been challenged in morale, pay, and faculty governance, rationales for aforementioned low morale, which are undeniably linked. A long-standing culture of silence, docility, containment, and lack of informational exchanges, of which, as a 21-year faculty member, I accept my share of blame, are symptoms of greater issues that will take time, patience, mutual respect, and more importantly, continued dialogue and action to remedy. Personally, I feel compelled to offer this thought as a citizen and stakeholder. I am personally concerned about the intricate combining of academic and student affairs, two substantially important entities to the survival of any institution, and am uncertain as to whether we are realizing any real success for this move. I do understand and respect that there may be those among us who challenge my reluctance for the combining of these two important divisions, academic and student affairs. The academic community is comprised of a trio: students, faculty, and administration. I am of the opinion that each entity should be concentrated upon emphatically and singularly to ensure maximum productivity. Further, faculty have raised concerns about the conditions of some of our buildings. As a result, the newly elected and ratified Faculty Senate has sought to actively engage with administration per these matters. It is important to note that Chancellor Belton has indeed been engaging and has taken corrective action when I have approached him with the aforestated concerns. As necessitated, Chancellor Belton has also invited other leaders of his team to be present in call meetings so that together we can actively engage in processes and innovations that will propel Southern University at Shreveport forward. Indeed, this is the type of approach that, if maintained, I believe will help us, even at the system level, the absolute realization and understanding that in order to create and sustain good success, faculty cannot effectively function independent of administration, and administration cannot effectively function independent of faculty. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you. Are there any more public comments that are germane to the agenda? Seeing no one walk forward, we will now move to action items. Action item 5A, approval of personnel action on positions greater than 60,000. Mr. President, any comments, or is it pretty self-explanatory?
Pretty self-explanatory. There's a list of 15 people. They've all come through the ranks, and now they're here for your approval.
All right. I'll entertain a motion that we adopt or approve the personnel action on positions greater than 60,000 in Globo. It's been properly moved. Is there a second? It's been properly moved and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Seeing no opposition, that motion carries. We are now on action item 5B, approval of leave of absence. With pay, you have 1 and 2, Linda Fowler and Winston Reddick from Southern University Law Center. I'll allow Kenneth to speak on that.
Thank you, Chairman. Both of these are long-term employees or faculty members at the Law Center, and they're going on sick leave.
Okay. I entertain a motion to approve the leaves of absences with pay in Globo. Been properly moved and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposition? Motion carries. Next, we have without pay, Byron C. Williams, Executive Counsel to the President, Southern University System. Mr. President.
Not work or be paid while he's doing that.
All right. I'll entertain.
Move, Mr. Chair.
Been properly moved. Is there a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposition? The motion carries. Next is agenda item 5C, performance evaluation of Southern University campus chancellors. Executive session may be required. I'll entertain a motion to move into executive session so we can receive the president's recommendation. They're properly moved to second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposition? I defer to the chair.
Oh, I just want to consult with legal. Do we have to take individual executive sessions on each one of the, okay, yes, all right.
Okay. All right, so, Chancellor Belton, all those in favor of moving into executive session signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'm gonna read them at the end. Oh, individual?
Yeah.
All right. Personnel Committee of the Southern University Board of Supervisors may meet in executive session to discuss personnel matters. Annual performance evaluations for Chancellor Ray Belton is such a matter. While in executive session, the board may meet with its staff, attorneys, or other person it deems necessary. No votes or other actions may be taken while in executive session. Is there a motion to go in executive session with regard to Chancellor Belton? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? That motion passes. Next.
No, we gotta come back, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to go.
Yeah, we gotta go, yeah.
Well, we'll now move into executive session.